Hey, it's Rob from Kickass. Today we have a little bit different episode. We are going to talk about starting your own automotive business. I just started a business within the year, so I want to show you guys how easy it is if you work on cars and you've got the skills that I got, how you can get customers, how you can get your bills and everything taken care of, taxes. I'll give you the apps, all the little things you need to get started with your own business and be successful. So let's do this. Come along.
Yo. Girls never get life to the sheep, least nice, but nah, he ain't nice underneath. Got a price on the leash, I don't trust when they speak. Be sounding real spite for the
Welcome back to the channel. If you haven't been here before, I'm Rob, Master Powder Coater, Master Technician.
Master Debater.
Worked for Honda for 15 years, 30 years in automotive industry. Today we're going to talk about a few things that are going to get you started on starting your own automotive business at your house. We're going to discuss the apps that I use for getting customers. We're going to talk about the apps that I use to diagnose cars, because you do need some kind of electronic platform to look up all these special schematics for each car. I'm going to tell you about that. Another thing would be finance. We're gonna get into some finance stuff, and because that's a big thing where I'm like, I don't want to deal with all that. So there's an app I use that takes care of all that. It makes it real simple. It makes invoices. It does the whole shebang. Stick around. So we're going to talk about a couple of apps that I use. Nextdoor app, game changer. This app is amazing. It's kind of like a Facebook, but it's kind of like the area that you live in. What I've found, there's a lot of people on this app. And it's a cool little community where everybody goes on there and recommends technicians, landscapers, painters. You can sell stuff on the website. It's kind of like a little mini Facebook. It's great though. I've absolutely connected with so many people just in my neighborhood. If you have a skill, if you can work on cars, start with this app. This app will give you the confidence that you're gonna have enough business. And you can post like every day if you want. I post like once a week or so, but I've slowed down posting because I've got so much business right now. I kind of like held off. You do your own business profile, then you do stuff like this where, you know, I actually got an award in part of this thing from the Nextdoor thing saying I was one of the most recommended ones of last year, so I got a sticker and all kinds of cool stuff. But you go on here, you make like a little thing like, hey, I'm so-and-so, I work on these kind of cars, blah, blah, blah. Pretty much you're just advertising what you do on this thing. And you'll have people right away to start, oh, cool, great. Do you work on this? Do you work on this? Yes, yes, yes. Can you come look at this? And it just starts snowballing from there. I was literally filling out applications because I had just moved down here and I had moved my business and I had to start my business up. And I was like, hey, let me try this app out. And man, it's been absolutely amazing. So the Nextdoor app, go on it, use it. There's a bunch of TikToks on people using it. I think that's how I saw it. And I was like, oh, let me try it out. And it absolutely is a game changer. Especially if you own your own business and you're working out of your home and you just want to get kind of the business, you don't want to drive real far, you want people just around you, that's the way to go. Nextdoor app, definitely do that one. For diagnosing, I use an app. There's not an app. Well, I think there is an app. I don't have it on my phone. I just go in the computer. Alldata. Alldata is pretty much it's a company that took all the OEM manuals, shop manuals from all the manufacturers, except for you're not going to find Ferrari on there. You're not going to find Lamborghini on there. Certain cars you're not going to find on there. Exotics, you're not really. I would say we had Audi stuff on there. They had Mercedes, but Mercedes just it's like someone did it with a crayon. And coming from Honda schematics are probably the best schematics, hands down, in the industry. If you guys know what I'm talking about, you know what I'm talking about. Getting off the topic. Alldata, you can look up service bulletins. You literally put in the VIN number of the car you're working on, which is the best way to look any part up or any schematic up. You put the VIN number in there, it decodes what model you have automatically. It's all in there. You can get electrical schematics, how to take the thing apart, labor times. That's what I use for my labor times. So I go in there, look up labor times, punch that into my little labor calculator. That's how I come up with my labor times. That's what most of these shops around here are going to use. Alldata is the most popular one I've seen. I don't even utilize it to its fullest ability, which I should, because it's just got a plethora of information. I definitely recommend that app. There are other ones out there. I haven't used them that much. This one's been great. The functionality of it, you have to get used to how to like search through. It's not the best for getting things, but once you figure it out, you can navigate it pretty easy. I'm still figuring it out myself. It's such a big program. Parts. So let's talk about parts and what I use. There is a company, and it's an app on the phone you can use. It's called worldpac, and it's just as the name describes, worldpac. So it's got all the world and pack the worldpac. Never mind. They are OEM parts. They are what most dealerships use. They have a wider range of European parts. So what I do is I go on to, and you can set this up for free. You have your business license and all these little things you have. You can go online, you can set up an account for parts, and they will deliver it to your house. And they can deliver sometimes that day. Order it early enough from worldpac, you can get it the same day, or you just get it the next morning. They're really fast. And the more you buy from worldpac, you'll get even a deeper discount. That's a great company to use. They usually have the best price most of the time. I don't always get my parts there. I'll punch the VIN number in, I'll look up the parts, see what selection they have for parts, and I find that part number and I plug it into Amazon. So I put that number into Amazon and see if it's the same manufacturer part. Sometimes they're cheaper than Amazon, sometimes Amazon's cheaper than worldpac. Whichever one's usually a better price for the customer, I want to get the best price for the customer, so I price it out going off of that. But most time, worldpac will at least give me the part number I'm looking for. I do use Advanced a lot. Advanced has a really good selection of parts, especially for like the Jeep over here. I've gotten most all the parts from Advanced for the Jeep, and usually they have it there, or man, they'll get it that day. I'll have it in a couple hours, and they drop it off at my door. They don't charge you to deliver. That's another account. You can go to Advanced, get you a commercial account at Advanced, or AutoZone, or any of those places you like. I prefer Advanced. I've had the best luck with Advanced. I've used them for years, and they've literally been the company that has delivered. Just great stuff. I'm not sponsored by them at all or anything like that. They go out of their way to get the part to you. They're like, oh, we got this one. I called 14 places. This guy called us, and you're like, oh, dude, hell yeah. That's my preference. So that's all for the parts thing. I don't think I can think of anything else. The next one that I recommend, this is what I use for like financing and all that stuff, because I'm not good at bookkeeping and all that, not at all. QuickBooks has an app where you can literally make invoices, you can keep track of your parts, open up a bank account. I actually have a bank account through them. They'll send you a debit card, just like I have at a bank. You can link it to your bank, which is great. It tells you like your profits and losses and expenses and invoices. You can write estimates. It'll send an estimate to somebody. You put the customer's email and all their information in there. It keeps all that in there. And then it gives you little envelopes. You can go in and put money away for taxes. You can put money away for parts. You can put the money away for paying your employees. It'll do all the tax things. It's all connected to QuickBooks tax, obviously, because it's QuickBooks. It's just awesome. If you're not savvy with all that crap, which I am not, this is my salve right here. Definitely a tool that I recommend. I used PayPal years ago, and PayPal's too much crap, and then half the people you meet don't want to use PayPal. QuickBooks, yes, it's really good. I recommend it highly. I think that is it. Those are the basic ones. So you're going to use the Nextdoor to strum up business. You can use Facebook in that. I did work for a shop, Kelly's Automotive in Peachtree City. And that man, I swear to God, we had a joke when we'd come into work. We're like, oh no, the parking lot was full from the weekend. We're like, Kelly must have dropped a Facebook ad. So Facebook can be really good, but it's how you use it. I just found more luck with the Nextdoor because I just got it. I put a couple things up. I fixed a couple people's cars. I did a couple powder coating jobs for a couple people. So, and it just built from there. And I built this like kind of network already. Within a year, I've built up a good bit of people that continuously reach out to me to have me fix their cars, or a recommendation from another friend of theirs. So it's a lot of networking. If you're at a dealership and you've been working there for 15 years, you want a way to get out, I recommend getting the Nextdoor app, starting to get all the stuff that you need in the shop. You're gonna have to look into all the government and local things in your thing, and I'll tell you what, go to .gov, whatever, government website, you go there, fill it out, and go get your LLC, go get your EIN, which is kind of like your tax thing for the federal number. So you get all that, you get that online, go to the government website, find out what the laws are in your state too, because mine are different down here in Florida than they were in Georgia. Here you got to get a special license to work on cars. Then you have to get your LLC, you got to get your name, fictitious name registered. There's a lot of stuff that had to go on down here to get it in Florida, but it wasn't that bad compared to, I'm sure other places are even harder, but it wasn't that bad. It's all done. But yeah, and make sure you do get insurance too. It's pretty affordable for having your own little business thing. So look for companies that specialize in small business insurance, if I can recommend anything, just to do that. Because a lot of big companies will not cover small businesses. Keep your eye out for that. That can be tricky. But once you get that all set up, it's really just that Nextdoor app. that thing prints money. Like, use it. The more I build my business, the more I'll give you some more tips. So make sure you like and subscribe. I'm gonna get back to this motor. Thanks for coming by. I'm Rob from Kickass. Remember, if you're gonna work on something, make sure there's a little bit of kick-ass in there.